Welcome back and thank you very much indeed. This is a TV3Newda, the big issues segment, and we're live on Facebook at TV3 Ghana. Also, you can join us on Twitter at TV3 Ghana with a hashtag and join the conversation. Today is Budget Day, but also a big day. The whole country is enthusiastic and expectant of a win of the Black Stars as they play Portugal today. I told you earlier that the president is in Qatar ready to give them well wishes. I've been joined in studio by Nana Iya Achempim Jantwa. She is the General Secretary of the Convention People's Party, and also Alfred Thompson. He's a member of the NPP's National Communications Team. We don't yet have a representative from the NDC. When we do, I'm sure we can afford him or her a seat and have a conversation. But good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And Nana is used to a Thursday female panel.
Yes.
Today we sandwiched her with two men. So Nana, how are you doing?
I'm fine, but I miss my panel.
Don't
so
worry,
you don't miss us. You don't want us.
No, for this, I mean, on Thursdays we are together as women, and it's good. You've come to mix it up.
Affirmative action.
Alfred, how are you doing?
Very well this morning. I slept well yesterday night, so everything is going well. We thank God for our lives. Once there's life, there's hope.
That's right.
And there is some thing we can do to transform where we are into a better future.
All right. Absolutely. Let's take a look at the headlines. Daily Graphics says court throws out case against NCA, deactivation of SIM cards. Scrap Council of State, Kufuor advocates second chamber, open herbal unit in every government hospital. Professor Samuel Atu-Duncan tells the Health Ministry Otto Addo to make life difficult for Portugal. We pray so. The Daily Guide this morning says Mahama released Achimota Forest land to the Owu family, and Gamanche says it's going to investigate. We're waiting for the results of the investigation. Niado Tinto, good morning to you as well. Oforiatta presents 2023 budget as MP's free sack campaign. Prof. Atu-Duncan leads GAFTRAM, and Opudi's referral motion adjourned to December 1. The Ghanaian Times, nation hopeful of 2023 budget as Finance Minister presents statement to Parliament today. Accra Regional Police probes alleged killing of nursing mother by military personnel. That's Ashanti Regional Police, sorry. WAEC begins probe into 2022 WASI suspected malpractices. And Qatar 2022 Group H opener Ghana in crunch game against Portugal, our former colonial masters. Also, the Anchor newspaper, OT region, iron ore will benefit all Ghanaians. Land Ministry assures. That's Joshua Makubu as well. He's the regional minister with the most reverend Mante there as Bishop of Jasikan. Police invite Mahama others over World Cup, and minister cries over $500 million loan block days after ordering SIM cards deactivation. And National Security's Double installed as chief. You remember Double? In the Ayawaso West Wogon situation. The Supreme newspaper says hopes high as Ghana faces Portugal today. Ajiman Prempe, Obiamo, and others appointed to MPP National Council committees. Reconsider your decision and approve the 500 million loan facility. Aslausu urges the minority. Ochingene these tools being kumhening over Galamsey. Business Finder, AFDB OK's $27.9 million grant for Ghana and to grow more maize, rice, soybeans, and support poultry value chain. Exports tourism critical to shoring up the city, not external borrowings. Michael Kobler there. And what's the final one? The BNFT, it says all eyes on 2023 budget today. Experts call for confidence boosting policies, and budget must respond to multiple stakeholders. Consider partnerships, collaborations for better chances for investment startups. And Kwa Herbal CEO leads GAFTRAM. That's what we have there on the front pages. I'll start this off with you, ladies first. Nanaya, the Black Stars are playing today. What's on your mind?
Good morning to your viewers. Good morning to my comrades in the Convention People's Party. Good morning to my sisters who are not here today. Sarah, to
Alfred is feeling it.
Saratu and Joyce and Gabriela and all the people who come on Thursday, all my sisters who come on Thursday. Good morning to you guys. I miss you. And good morning to my brother here, my big brother here, I'm so pleased to see him this morning. Good morning to you. And good morning to you.
Right.
How are you?
Let me quickly say a big thank you to Robert Coleman and the Wembley Sports for my beautiful jersey. One constituency, one astroturf. That's what he says, sir. So he was magnanimous enough to give me this one. Robert, thank you very much indeed.
There are 3 of us coming here at least. So not
so
only
So tell him he's watching. Tell him that.
So she sent some to
say
us.
nice because it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Extra,
just
extra
nice.
large.
But you are dark.
X,
If Nanaya is talking about fairness, that's fine. But you are dark like me.
I mean chocolate. It's not chocolate.
Black Stars.
Yes, Nanaya.
Me, after that Uruguay saga, I stopped watching football because it got to me. But also during the week, I was very elated with the English team. I mean, the boys did tremendously well, and it was great. And I hope our boys will do same today. I mean, the way they were very versatile, and they were focused, and they did a great job. Even though the side that they were competing with is not as strong as, I mean, some of the others. But in football, you can't even be sure at that point who is strong or not. Anything can happen. The dynamics can change. So I believe that today will be a day that, in spite of all the challenges that we are facing in this country, all the difficulties, today will bring some joy that will numb the hardship that we are going through. So let's all pray, because when it comes to the Black Stars, it is about Ghana. And you know, the CPP, we started with the Black Stars, and they are very close to our hearts.
Right.
But they need to do better. They need to have commitment, they need to have patriotism, and they need to have teamwork.
That's why the president is there to give them the moral support and
Oh, but the president will give moral support like anybody else, because he will be on the, I mean, with the supporters, isn't it? Or he will be in a separate wing. They might not even see him.
Yeah, he'll meet the football.
He'll meet the team.
You see,
that's before the match.
Oh,
Before the match,
after
yeah.
meeting, everybody meets them. They pray before they go. God is with them. But as they get onto the pitch, the most important thing is selflessness.
Yeah.
That's they don't want to. They have to play as a team. Because some people, if somebody gets a ball, instead of maybe passing it on to another person to score, they want to go and score themselves, because they are looking at who has the golden whatever, who has this
Golden boot and all of that. Man of the match.
Man of the match. So they become selfish. I remember, I think 2014, Ghana and Portugal. Something like that happened, and we couldn't even score a good goal or a good goal. So I believe the first thing that they should think about is teamwork, patriotism, and commitment. And they should also know that people are watching them. They should also know that people have a lot of hope and faith in them. There are diverse views on today's match. Some people are saying that we will not make it. Some people are highly optimistic that we will make it.
What do you say?
I can't say anything after Uruguay. Anything can happen. So we are keeping our fingers crossed, but we are praying for them. That God,
But there was a lesser team that scored Argentina.
yes.
And they even declared a holiday.
A holiday.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Is that Croatia?
No, it's not
that's,
Croatia. Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. They declared a holiday.
Holiday for Saudis.
They beat Argentina of all nations.
That's what I said. You don't know what to-
anything
But
is
there are
possible.
surprises coming so far in
Yes.
this.
Yes.
But you know, I
in
said
this
it's
match.
about commitment.
England as well.
England did good.
Yeah.
But it's all about commitment. It's how you are committed to the cause and what you intend to achieve. You see, when it comes to some of these Asian and the Arab countries, they are very resilient in their efforts. And they make sure that it is glory to nation, but not to self. And today, that is what the Black Stars should be doing going forward. You see, we have great teams from 2006 down, but they can't score goals. We don't have strikers. And I believe that by now, the country should have tried to train some people who would just score goals. But we don't have strikers.
Goal machines.
Yes. Playing football is not about the art. If your art is fine, your defense is good, everything is fine, and you cannot score a goal.
Total work done is
Yes, because you need to...
Alaji Grusa will say, go now, Fefe.
Go na FFA. You need to have a good strikers, and you need to have a good goalkeeper. These are two things that we lack. And I believe that Otuado today will do something great for us.
Okay.
And God, we ask God to also give us victory today.
Amen. Alfred, are you also optimistic or pessimistic?
The first place, I wish the boys well. I pray that they look at the nation, they devote themselves that, listen, if I'm playing for the nation, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to make Ghana proud. I'm going to sell Ghana because they can sell Ghana and make Ghana proud. I watched this, you know, those balls that these two guys were playing with, and it fell on
prediction,
Ghana.
right.
The prediction. I'm praying that it comes into being and it comes into force. And I ask for God's guidance for them. I'm glad the president has gone there to at least meet them and talk to them one-on-one. It's a sign of encouragement. I know sometimes some of us will say that, oh, why at this
The
time?
U.S. president sat in his office and made a phone call.
Yes, that's the U.S. president.
Yeah.
And the Ghana president feels that, listen, let me go and talk to my children. Let me talk to my guys.
At this time.
Let me meet them
when we are
one-on-one.
hungry.
You know, sometimes the personal touch is very important. Sometimes the personal touch. This means a lot to us. To the U.S. presidents, football is not their thing. I mean, you know, they have their handball also, so football is really not their thing. But to Ghana, I mean, football is everything for us. So if he's there to support his team, I think it's a good thing, and I pray that it comes out successfully.
How do you balance the two? We're going to read a budget that possibly could be raising taxes or imposing some more taxes. Teacher unions are asking for money. We say we don't have. Times are difficult. And that trip alone could solve a lot of issues. I mean, why didn't the president go back to his Zoom meeting that he had during the height of the COVID-19, the cabinet meeting? He could have done a Zoom meeting, don't you think?
That trip cannot solve the teacher union problems.
The teacher
union problems it's so huge that we need to look at. You know, the truth is that our whole salary structure as a country, we need to sit down and really go into it, because we assume to pay people and people assume to work. And these are things that we need to sit down holistically and work on it, because this type of, I mean, I'm trying to pay you, if we need to cut down in the civil service, in the public service and everything, let us cut down and do the work well. We shouldn't try and assume that, oh, we are paying some people to do something menial and we take so many people and we can't even manage the pay, this thing and everything. It's not helping us. If you have to go digital, let's go digital and let's employ more of our people to do private.
But for me, it's the principle. The principle that you say we don't have money and that we need to sacrifice.
It says we are mobilizing ourselves.
Yes, and then we must burden share and we are in this together. But we don't see you in it with us because you are still hiring a private jet. You're still taking your per diem.
He didn't hire a private jet.
What did he go with?
He went to Qatar Airlines.
Well,
Qatar Airways.
But it was exclusive.
No, it wasn't.
And you're going to take your per diem. You're going to.
In fact, if you watch what is on social,
the people are beginning to ask questions.
If you watch what was on social media now, he went to sit at the normal place where even someone was even wishing him well and everything. That it's good that he was going. It says Black Stars should make their mark and everything. So it tells you that it was also like interacting with people and seeking some form of talks with other people who are also on the trip. And it's sometimes it's good for us. You might see it as not prudent today, but someone else will see it as, listen, we need him to be there. And it's good that he showed leadership by moving to the people, talking to them. This might be just a one-off trip. As maybe on the last day, if you had to win the match, then he'll go again. But I mean, at the beginning, it's always good to go and encourage them.
Has the president given the same kind of motivation to his economic management team?
You see, when we talk about economic management team, I know that to be, it's not a constitutionally elected...
You have not answered my question.
I'll answer it.
Right.
It's not a constitutionally elected body. It's a body that has been put together to see how they can advise. And I'm using the word advice. So it's up to the system or the minister or the ministry to take that advice or not. But at the end of it all, they come together to help. he sometimes sits with them. The president sits with them
As
sometimes.
the president giving the same
That's
level of
that's the
motivation
morale
to,
and motivation
to,
I'm
to
telling
the
you.
economic management team.
That's the motivation I'm telling you.
So he has
Sometimes
motivated
sits
them
with
enough.
He sits with them sometimes.
Okay.
And that alone is motivation.
And that
He doesn't
motivation
do
is not
Zoom with them.
reflecting in the lives of the people of Ghana
You see,
in terms of
Johnny,
economic management.
Johnny, I always say that it's very, very easy to sit at the fence and say that you are not doing well, you are not playing well, you are not playing well. But when you're on the field, sometimes some decisions are there. You think it's irrational, but it's in the good of the nation.
But you gave us the impression that you know how to play. That's why we put you there.
Oh, but you are playing. You can see that we know how to play.
Oh, you are playing.
You can see that we know how to play.
Penalties and
Listen, even in life,
Another says you are only playing penalties.
even in life, there are ups and downs, and we should accept it when it comes. That as much as the fancies have something they say, che so, and so che. Sometimes life will be rosy. When it was good, we never complained. But when times are hard, we should accept it and see how we can transform it to go back to the so.
And some say, look, if that's the kind of motivations they're giving to the economic management team, then and they are not seeing top. When he goes to the Black Stars and gives them motivation.
When you get to that bridge, you see whether the Black Stars
bridge is at 4
will
p.m. We'll cross it.
We praying for the best because there are some changes coming in this whole season, and you can see even Saudi Arabia beating a whole Argentina and things. You ask yourself, hey, what is happening? We are praying that our team is not a small team. It's not a team you can just run over and say that, listen, Black Stars will win this group, this thing, just like that. It's going to be a tough thing. And I believe that what they will display there will be seen by everybody, and we wish them well.